Hello, my name is George, and I have been working in technical support for the past 6 years, and I'm excited to share my knowledge and experience with you in this video, where we will be discussing terminal and various Linux commands. Whether you're new to the world of Linux or a seasoned pro, I hope you'll find something valuable in this video. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the world of the terminal and Linux commands together. Let's get started. So the terminal, I have the terminal already set up on the right left, and the graphical interface on the right. So what we're going to do is, first we are going to zoom into this so that you can have a clear it can be clear to use on how you can see the commands well. Okay, so we will begin with knowing that on the left, this is what we call a terminal. Mostly in Linux based or Unix based operating systems, we have a terminal, or in a Mac we have bash, we have zsh, and what happens here is we write the commands here. So for example, if you're not really, you don't know much about the commands, that is what I'm going to show you today. We'll start from the beginning of it, and mostly in navigation through the file system. And if you see on your right, you have the graphical user interface, and on the left we have the terminal. So to begin, we are at the home directory, and to know that, we use this command, and this one will show you where you are currently. So you press enter, and it will show you that we are in the home folder. And once we are there, so if we want to see what is in the contents in the directory or folder, we use another command called ls. This command usually shows a list of the contents that are in the current directory. So if you check on the right, and you'll see the exact same directories. And if for example we want to go to the directory desktop, on the right we just click and we are in. So once we are in, what you'll do is you see you are in the desktop now. So to get there on the terminal, we use the command cd. Then we type a little bit of the directory that you want, and then press tab. So the terminal itself will have an autocomplete, because it will know that in that specific directory, the only folder with starting with a des is the desktop. So we get into them. And for example, for if you see, like, for the terminal right now, it's very cluttered, and we need to have some space to type. So what we will do is clear, and by clearing you can write the word clear, or you can use on your keyboard control and L. And what that does, it clears the screen and helps you now to have a clean terminal for you to continue. So for example, let me delete this. For example, now we are in the desktop. So if we want to create a file in the desktop, we use a command called touch. And now we have to write the file name. So for example, we have file.txt, and press enter. On the right, you'll see it has created that file. So if we open this file, we find that it is empty. And here, for example, we can write James John, Mary, Sarah, and maybe we can repeat. No, let me just write some more. Okay, so let us save this. Once we save this, let's close. The next command that we'll use is one that renames. This command is usually the same one that we use to move a file. So for example, if you want to rename it, you come and use mv, which means move, and you write the file name, which is file.txt. Then you write the name of the file that you want to rename it to. So let's write file2, and file2, and what happens, sorry, file2 dot then txt. Now you can see that it has changed to file2 dot txt. So on to the next command. So the next command is one that shows the content of the file. So the command that we use here is called cut. This one shows the content, it displays the content of the file. So for example, here if we use our file here, you'll see everything that is in that file. So then that is usually very essential when you're trying to check a file's content, but you want to check it through the terminal. For example, if you're trying to troubleshoot a file, something, and you have to go to the error logs and you want to check, but sometimes you find that error logs have so many lines, or so many sentences or lines. So that leads us to the next command. If you want to check maybe like the first maybe 3 or 10 lines, for example, let's use 3 lines, you use a command called head. And what this command does, it shows you the number of the lines in the beginning. And these lines, for example, you can assign. If you don't assign, it gives you 10 as a default, but in this case, because we don't have 10 lines in our file, we'll use 3. And what happens is we use a flag of n to know the number, and then have the number there as 3, then the name of the file. So what happens is it shows the first 3 lines in this file. And what this does, it's usually good, because you cannot always use cut in some files, because some config files have so many lines in them. So if you want to see the first in the beginning, you use head. And this flag, for example, here, if you want to know what it means, we usually have like a manual, and the manual you use is man. And what man does, it gives you a manual of a specific command that you want to know more about. For example, if you do that, it will show you about this head, and this head, it will show you all the flags that you see it. This flag shows you about bytes and shows you the number of lines, and it will show you a lot about all what that command does. So for you to get out of this page, you can see you can have H for help, it can show you more about it, and Q to quit. So for now we'll go with Q. So we are back to the command line. So the next command, let me clear, we can use the word clear. What we can do before we even go ahead is that if you want to repeat a certain command that you used before, you can press arrow up, and it will show you a history of what you've been typing, a history of the commands that you've been executing. So for example, Here we see if we wanted this, we can do this and it will show you something instead of typing the whole thing, and you know you had already executed that command in the past. So let us continue. The next command was tail. This one shows more of the last lines in the last lines in the specific file that you tell it to check. So for example, if you say tail, if you say tail and then not don't have no number of lines, it will give you a default of 10 lines. So for example, here if we want like 4 lines, we'll have the command tail, then the number of lines, and then we have like 4, and then the name of the file. So if you check through the file itself, it will show you that like the first 4 lines and the last 4 lines from Sarah to Mac OS, that's what it will display. So so far we have gone through the most basic commands. So we can call this a day, and I'll show you in the next video a little bit of advanced commands. Thank you. Also, being my first video, I'll, I'll, I'll ask you or request you to subscribe, like, and share my videos so that I can also be motivated to show you some more of these commands. Thank you.